Hi ho friends! Welcome back to the Snug Bungalow, where we are going to look through a bag of my thrift store finds. Before we do that, we are going to look at a few items that have sold recently that you will recognize from previous videos. So let's take a look at those and we'll be right back. First up is panties. This is the 3-pack of granny panties, never been used, that I found at the bins, and it brought $24, which I'm super excited about. Next up is a lot of small wooden candlestick holders, and I got $12 for the lot of them. Guys, one of the 8 curtain panels sold for $25.60. That price more than covers everything that I bought at the bins that day, so I'm really excited. And we're back. Now we're going to jump into the haul. I found all of these items at the Goodwill bins. That is the Goodwill Clearance Center or outlet. And you go in, everything is just in sort of these tables that are sort of like boxes, and you dig around for stuff. And then at the end, when you are done and you want to check out, everything is sold by weight. So it ends up being very cheap. It's a great way to thrift, and you never know what you're going to find. So my first item is a wooden bowl. This is a handmade wooden bowl. You can see that it has the little spot for where it was put on the lathe or the turntable in order to be shaped with tools. It has lots of wear to it, but it does not have any cracks. And that is a major thing. I have found lots of vintage, possibly antique wooden bowls at the bins, and a lot of times they are cracked. This is actually the first one that I found that wasn't. And it's very large, so, and it's like out of round, it's kind of an oval. It's really beautiful. And so I'm very excited about this. I learned that old wooden bowls are a thing. That you should be looking for and selling from Karen Lavender Clothesline right here on YouTube. She is a wealth of knowledge, and I follow her and I watch her videos and I learn a lot of stuff. And so wooden bowls is one of the things that I have learned I need to look out for. So that is why I bought this. Let's do a little comp on this one. As you can see, the bowls bring a range just like everything, and it's about $35 to who knows how much. So I'm not sure exactly what I'll be listing this for, but we'll see. It's my first one, so I'm just excited to save it from the landfill. It is gorgeous. I love a handmade piece, you know, that you can tell was made with care, and I'm just excited to get that listed. The next thing that we're going to run a comp for, and we're not going to do comps for everything, just a few things today, is a drum. I picked this up because I thought, oh, what a beautiful motif that they have going on there. It looks like Spirit of 76. It looks patriotic, and somebody might love that to put in like a display for 4th of July or Flag Day. So I picked it up, and then I was like, this is like not actually a toy. This is a real drum. It has like the snares on the bottom. It actually has like a real top. So I looked it up, and it is made by an actual drum company, and it can bring $35 to $50. Depending on condition. This one is not in amazing condition, but I'm hoping that I can get about 30 from it at least. If you'll see, it has like, it's a little dented. It's not actually round, and you know, the head on it does have some marks from use, but I thought it was like so shiny and like spectacular, so I was pretty excited about that one. It was one of the things that I actually ran a comp on before I decided to buy it. Sometimes I know that I'm going to buy something like the wooden bowl, just went right into my bag. But I sometimes for stuff that I have no knowledge of whatsoever, like this drum, I run comps beforehand. So the next thing that we're going to do a comp on is this. This is a vintage jewelry box. It has the same smell that my mom's jewelry box had. She had one that was almost exactly like this, but hers was blue inside, and this is red. And it has a little spot for rings here. It has this little pocket. I think it's for putting the necklaces that you hang here so that when you close it, it closes up nice. This is a spot for little doodads, earrings, and such. And then down here are 3 separate spaces. It came with a key, but I did not get the key. Originally, it came with a key. But it's nice and big. The inside looks great. And we are seeing that these bring from $24 to $38. So, you know, I will list it in that range and hopefully it will go quickly. I love an in and out type of situation. Okay. Here's the rest of my bag. We're not going to run comps on everything. I think that takes the joy out of life. So we'll leave everything as a mystery and I'll just show you what I got. This is a Grand Venture 1997 pumpkin pail. So this is a vintage pumpkin pail. He's in great shape. I am part of the Pumpkin Patrol, if you watch Shiny Bright Doggo, their videos. And so I pick up a vintage pumpkin pail when I see it. I don't keep these myself. I just pass them along. So if you are looking for a pumpkin pail, I actually have a couple in my shop right now. And this one will be listed along with all of this stuff in about 2 weeks. Next is an actual antique piece, and I am finding more and more antiques at the bins, and it is thrilling. This is a picture of a little boy and a rabbit just in time for Easter. The frame on it is very cool, gold tone, made of wood. It has a really fun finish on it, a little bit of green in there. And I just thought, oh, I love when I find an antique. Very, very cool. Okay. The next thing I may have shown once or twice already. I apologize if I have. But this is a tie rack, but it also can be used for jewelry, and I sell these all the time. Like, if I could have 100 of these, that would be great because they sell very quickly. I can get about 20 bucks from each one, and they're not really that heavy, so they're not that much money to purchase at the bins. This one is interesting because it has silver tone metal. Generally, they have like a brass tone or a gold tone metal. So I thought that was a little unique and pretty fun. And then you just like screw it into the wall. There are holes here. And then you can hang whatever you want. I mean, it would be a super cute display for Christmas ornaments in the season. You know, I'm always thinking about Christmas ornaments. So... but they go out of my shop as soon as I can put them in, so that's good. Okay, let's do a little plush. What do you say? Some fun plush. This guy, Coca-Cola bear. I had a Coca-Cola bear growing up. Mine was actually holding a Coca-Cola bottle, like a little plastic bottle. His tag and says 1993, and he's just like a little guy. He's very cute. He does have a little bit of dirt, so I'll try to get that off, but I have sold Coke bears in the past, so I usually will say yes to those. Now here is a fun fellow. This is a glow-in-the-dark Hallmark Brandon bear. His costume glows in the dark. I'm not seeing a year on him. Nope, no year. But look at how cute he is. He's a little skeleton dressed up, and he has a pumpkin pail. How cute is that? He's got orange in his ears. and on his feet, and he is just an adorable Halloween friend who glows in the dark. I mean, glow in the dark is, you know, as a kid of the 80s, glow in the dark is always going to be amazing and wonderful to me. So I just thought he was so cute with his whole getup, and love finding Halloween stuff. Love, love. Now the next thing is a weird thing, and oftentimes when I find a weird thing, I grab it, at least to do some research on, if not to sell it. This has got a lot going on. Let's break it down. This is a dog plush, a plush of a dog. He is a hunting dog, as you can see his garb, and he has a decoy. I assume it's a decoy unless this is one that he's caught, but the eye is open, so I'm assuming it's not dead. Perhaps it's his hunting pail, who knows? But this was made by Overly Raker. And this is what the tag looks like. And I don't see a year on it, but it's like jointed. And, you know, anytime I find a jointed plush, I sort of take notice because, you know, that means more work to put it together and generally means that it would have sold for more money than a normal plush. So I'm going to do a little research on this guy and we'll see what happens. But I just thought he was weird and I like a weird item. It's fun to research a weird item. Speaking of weird items, I found this vintage book, Tell Girls Why. I'm not exactly sure what's in here. It's a lot of stuff about good health and security and the 5 fundamental requisites for happiness. 5 seems like a low number for happiness, but there are also some like pictures in here and, you know, just like little illustrations. And I just thought, this is interesting. There are like check marks. Somebody like definitely went through this book and checked things off. It's another little picture. There's like a lot of information here. I have no idea how outdated it is or if it's completely and utterly relevant, which can also happen. And maybe other people should have this book. So I'm going to take a look through it myself because I think it's funny and interesting. And then I will sell it. I have a backlog of books. So if you ever see a book that I'm showing you that you want to purchase, you need to tell me because otherwise it's going into the backlog and it'll take like a year or two to be listed. Okay, now we're going to go on to clothing, and I know, I don't like listing clothing. I don't generally buy clothing. So I'm going to ease you into it. This is a men's tie, or, you know, it doesn't have to be for men. It's just a necktie. This has the Huskers logo on it. I'm going to tell you right now that I assume the Huskers are a sports team. I don't know what they are. And this N, I'm assuming, is Nebraska, possibly North Dakota. I have no idea. So I will be looking that up. I just know that sports stuff sells well, and I have sold sports ties in the past. So I always look out for sports ties. And then I have to do research on what the team is and where they're from because I know very little about sports. So that's always fun. Next thing is a belt. I love selling belts because they sell pretty quickly generally if you have something that people are interested in. This is a genuine leather braided belt. They have been in style for decades, so I thought it was a good one. This one is actually a little small. Yeah, it says it's a size small. But, you know, they're great. They're also like unisex. Anyone can just feel great wearing one of these bad boys. And they're usually made with care. And, you know, it's so easy to store a belt. It's like a tiny little thing. And then shipping, same way, like super easy. So belts are a yes, because you can have a lot of them in a small space. And when you are running short on storage, that is a great way to go. Okay. Oh, no, there's one more thing. This is sort of a question mark for me. I can see that it is vintage. This is a hat made by the Lee Company. They're a, jeans denim company. But this is an adult size hat. And it also looks like a train conductor's hat to me. So I don't know, is this part of a costume, or people in the, I must say, 70s or 80s just wearing train conductor hats? Not that I remember, but anyway, I thought it was pretty fun. It's in great condition. Like, look at how clean this is. Like, it has no dirt on it. It's in really good condition, and so I'm going to do a little research on that. I just thought it was fun. I love selling hats, not because they're easy to ship or store or whatever, but just because they're fun. And joy matters. Okay, now here is a actual piece of clothing that is not for me. I bought it for Magic Summer Vintage Anne so that she can sell it. It is a vintage blouse made by Judy Bond. And this is probably a 1960s. It has this big ruffle. I think this is called taffeta, possibly. And then it has ruffle at the cuff as well. This is in beautiful condition. And, you just don't find something like this every day. Everything is light pink. It has domed buttons. Just frothy gorgeousness, like a lovely dessert that I don't want to eat. So I will give that to Magic Summer Vintage, and she can sell it. And so I brought home one piece of clothing that is for me to list. And as you know, I despise listing clothing. This isn't even a shirt, this is a dress. I don't know why I do these things to myself. There's just so much fabric to look at to make sure that it's like, it doesn't have any rips or stains or blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I bought this dress because it was just too hysterical not to. I have no idea how much I will get for it. But it's just ridiculous. Wait till you see. This is a Christmas cat dress. Look at this. Look at this cat. How unhappy he is. Yeah, I like Christmas and cats. What of it? This is the tag. It says 4G and PL. Okay. But this is like a stretchy material, and it's kind of like a midi dress with long sleeves, it's actually, as a person who lived in a cold climate for a very long time, it's hard to find a long sleeved dress for the winter. Like, if you want to wear a dress, then you've got to layer a sweater over top of it because so many dresses are actually short sleeved. But not this one. Christmas cat dress. It's just so ridiculous. I love thinking about how many yeses went into the design and production of this. A lot of people had to say yes, and that is happiness for me. I love thinking about that. Okay, I think that's all we have for today, folks. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see other things like this. You can hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when I put out more videos. I do about one a week. Sometimes it's about 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks between, but I do them as fast as ever I can. So I'm going to leave some links below for my shop and some stuff. When these items go up in my shop, I will put the links below, but it'll be about 2 weeks probably. And I think that is all we have for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And as always, I invite you to go out and find treasure.